Welcome back to our special NBL Now roundtable editions during the Fever break. We're taking a look at each and every team and trying to forecast what it looks like for the second half of the season. I'm Jack Heverin alongside Damon, Lowery and Derek Rucker. We are talking about the Illawarra Hawks. Do you even need us to, Damon? Do you just want this whole thing for yourself?
Hey, Mr. Gong, let's go. Talk about your team. What's your grade? Let's hear it. Hey, open up.
You didn't get a grade.
What?
Incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't show up to class. Didn't complete the course. Got kicked out. Suspended.
What about the win? They had a fantastic win.
Fantastic?
Yeah.
That's disrespectful to the term.
A win on the road in New Zealand. New Zealand just had a good victory against Tasmania.
I will give you this much credit on winning because a win is a win, but the score is 69 points.
Did they look better to you?
Who's uglier, E.T. or Yoda?
Answer that question.
So, look,
I hear you.
Look, as much as a win is a win, given all the turmoil that you guys have been through to go on the road and get a win, quality. I give you full credit. But I couldn't give them a grade, Jack, because everything that went prior to it, you got to turn up the class, man. They didn't turn up the class. So, look, we're having meetings right now to see if I can get them back in school.
Any hope or optimism taken from that win yesterday? So you hated the way it looked. Do you feel like there was something there?
I'm glad you said that, hope. To quote my buddy Andy Dufresne from the Shawshank Redemption.
I'm regretting that.
Hey. Let me get into character. Hope is a good thing. Maybe the best thing. Andy Dufresne. You're welcome.
I'm not even sure how we follow that up, to be honest.
Well,
Derek,
I'll
what
follow
grade
it up.
have you given them?
F. Wasn't able to see much of the game, but they won. They won on the road, and that means a lot. But nevertheless, I'm giving them an F, and it can only get better.
And I'm happy to put my hand up. Not that my opinion matters. I had them as a play-off team. Not a play-in team, as a play-off team on paper. So I got it wrong, but I'm also horribly disappointed in their season so far. To the big three, what does success look like for them now for the rest of the season?
Respectability is huge. You need that. I mean, obviously playing there for 4 years, that community only respects one thing, that you go out there and bleed for the team. That's it. We don't care about, because this is a small market town, hard-working, blue-collar town. We don't need all the flashy stuff, but you got to show up and you got to lay it on the line every single game. And they haven't done that. If Justin Tatum can get all those dudes on the same page, and it's a lot of dudes to get on that page. It's a big page. It's 15, 16 guys playing 10 minutes a game, but I digress. Just respectability is what they need.
What does success look like, Ruck?
I think they need to win games in front of their people. Somebody told me a long time ago that home wins are almost worth twice. And if they can go down there, following on what you said, and show that home crowd that we're going to fight, we're going to be slightly more entertaining than the previous edition. And we're going to give ourselves a chance every game. That will go a long way to instilling confidence in the community and making guys feel better when they're out and about. There's nothing worse than going out in your own city and people having a look of shame on their face to see you. So I think if they can restore some of that credibility, it'll be marvelous for everyone in the organization.
Number two of the big three. Now, I want to clarify this question by just bringing some numbers to the table. Sam Froling averaging 14.5 points a game, nearly 9 rebounds. The numbers are almost identical to last season, for context. But I've heard you both talk about him across the season. Has Sam Froling's development stalled in NBL 24?
I believe it has. Now, yeah, Sam is good enough and athletic enough, Derek, to be able to get 14 and 7 in his sleep. Now, he's also only playing maybe 25, 26 minutes a game, coach's fault. Sam should be playing 30-plus minutes a game. He could get you 20 and 10 like easy. But to his development, I'm still not seeing that jump shot, that catch and shoot, Melvin Thomas, left-hand money shot, that Chris Bosh. I kind of refer to him as the Chris Bosh in the NBL. Sam hasn't done that because I think he's consistent enough. He's happy being good. I need you to be great, not me personally, but to go from good to great, you got to do some things in between.
Well, I think it's the off season. So many players choose to play NBL 1 when in fact, I think more focus should be given to developing your game, working on your body, working on your mobility, strength. You know, Sean Bruce did a lot of work with me in the off season. Majuk Deng did a lot of work also. And I think sometimes the chase of the dollars isn't the way to go.
Derek Rucker basketball, ladies and gentlemen, in case you need some development in the off season.
Killing me.
That was a free plug. We know.
Thank you.
We only get 3 of them a game. You just got one in for free today.
Hey, if you want to come up with some master's training, I've got a new program. It's a good idea. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Question number 3 is on Tyler Harvey. 3-year deal finishes at the end of this season. Are they bringing him back under a new deal, or are they going in a different direction?
This one is very hard for me because I don't advocate for anybody to not have a job. I don't do that. I'm living in the real world now. And I think Tyler Harvey, to your question, Jack, has he earned a contract extension? At this stage, no. I'll be honest. At this stage, no. I think he can. And if he can just somehow harness that ability he has, that the same thing that makes you great is the same thing that makes you poor. It bad shots at the wrong time, just not, you know, you can definitely be a way better defender. So if you're not making those shots, you got to at least be able to stop guys on the other end. So at this stage, you got another half a season to warrant an extension.
And so many of these conversations become uncomfortable because of relationships or bonds or energy you have with different athletes throughout the league. And Tyler Harvey is a very likable guy. He's intelligent. We've seen him play at a high level in this competition under Brian Goorjian. So we know he can get it done on really good teams. So it's almost exponentially more frustrating when you see him have this type of season because you see what he's capable of. Now, perhaps he's someone that is more extremely affected by his circumstances and the context in which he plays. And if that's the case, if you evaluate that to be so, then perhaps you change those pieces around him so that you get more of the fit that you had when Goorjian was there. Now, that would make him worthy of coming back for another year or 2. But I'd probably keep Clark as well, just to move this out a little bit. I would keep Gary Clark for next year. And I think I've probably seen enough of Justin Robinson to realize he's probably not, maybe this league isn't the fit for him.
To the plus and the minus. The plus, you are the championship winner with the Hawks, so you can go first.
Speaking of championship, the only plus that I could find, Derek, was that every 23 years they win a championship. Probably something that you can't speak on. That's okay.
I know. And you know what? You know what kills me is I actually covered that championship as a sideline reporter. I had to watch him doing these stupid dances at the post-game celebration. It's forever seared into my brain as I cry myself to sleep with not having a championship. Life. There's no justice. Go ahead.
A plus is, at this stage, there are no pluses. Although, no, there's a new era. There's a breath of fresh air. There's some hope. Justin Tatum, we're all watching you, man. And as a former player and a non-biased commentator
who hates the Celtics,
I feel like I'm rooting for you. Everybody in the Wollongong definitely, because like I said, it's been bad. So that's the positive.
What's their plus, Ruck?
Glimpses of A.J. Johnson. I haven't seen him for his age and the lack of playing time that he's been given. I haven't seen too many things go wrong for him. He looks far better in the regular season than what we saw at the Blitz. And I've actually been shocked at how well he's done when he's gotten in there and the courage. Like to go out there off of not any great track record. Now, which makes me think this, Damon. If he's doing that in games and has the courage in his few little minutes to do it in games, must he be showing something in practice as well? And must there not have been a mistake not giving him more of an opportunity in games? Because you just don't come out in games and do that if you haven't been doing it somewhere else.
But when you got 7 guys at the same position, you talk about the log jam that some teams have. You can name Greta, Hung Jung Lee, Todd Blanchfield, who's been out for a while. The list is Wani Swakala-Bullock. There's just so many similar guys. And AJ is like, where do I find minutes for this guy? You have to make minutes for him because he deserves them.
You know what he has that no one else on that team has? Elite athleticism.
Spot on.
And I've got to try and unleash that, take the governor off and let him just, you know what? Here's 2 or 3 minutes for you. Run buck wild up and down the floor and make plays. Don't even worry about mistakes because you're only going to be on there 2 or 3 minutes, but then I'm going to do it to you again. I'm going to give you another 2 and 3. I'm going to give you another 2 and 3. And you know what? Then I'm going to modify it. So you know what? You're not running buck wild. I want you to play a little bit more basketball, be a bit more savvy, but still use your athleticism. And then you cultivate something and turn him into a basketball player.
Is there minus that they've got too many players of the same caliber, same build, same height, same position, etc.?
That's what I had as a minus. You can't just load up position for position for position. Everybody's the same. You can't tell. It's like that movie when everybody walks in with a derby hat on and you can't tell which one is the guy stealing the paint off the wall.
What movie you're talking about, Jack?
Pierce Bronson movie. He stole the paint off the wall. They had like 50 dudes with the same.
He's like 36 years old. We're in our 50s. He's never heard of Pierce Bronson.
Didn't see that. He used to be James Bond.
Yeah, that's where I know him.
Yeah. well, having too many guys are the same because
was he Mrs. Doubtfire as well?
No.
What? He was, wasn't he? He was the good-looking guy in Mrs. Doubtfire.
He was too.
Thank you.
Oh,
and you can apologize too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Never doubt Jack.
Should know better than
Last
that.
time you'll ever hear a Mrs. Doubtfire reference as well. I'm embarrassed that I know that movie. Can we please move on?
Right. Yeah. Too many guys, similar positions. It doesn't work that way.
My negative is the minutes allocation. And I just thought if you're going to go crazy like that, at least prioritize your minutes to the right guys. And I disagree with you with Sam Froling. You said you think he needs to be up in the 30s. I think his default position is more in the low 20s because I think that teams drag him out on the perimeter in on-ball situations. I think that's where they can really exploit him. However, I do agree when he's going off, then he's a 30 to 35-minute player.
Finally, are they finishing last at the end of the regular season?
No doubt. 1-0 TH 10th.
Don't turn this studio into a studio of rhetorical questions, Jack. There's absolutely the wooden spoon coming their way.
It's going to be a very tough season for the Hawks. Well done, you two. Thanks for being with us on NBL Now, our special roundtable editions. We'll catch you next time.